Hey girl, this is Anuka and you're watching Grow Girl Podcast.
And I'm your host, Wade. Welcome to We Are Not the Same podcast. As me and Anuka cross over our podcast, we're excited to be here today.
Super excited.
Yes, we're down here in South Florida, really Miami. Okay?
Yeah,
Don't
that's
get
different.
It twisted. We're in Miami. Don't get the sweaters twisted too, because that's what we do down here.
No, the Gen Zs be doing it. They wear the sweaters in the hot sun and all day, every day. Yes. I don't get it, but it happens.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're actually each other guests today.
Right.
So today we'll be opening up as our own podcast. And once again, you'll be able to experience great topics.
Amazing topics.
Amazing people that will come on the show.
Really cool people.
Yes.
Super excited. And you were like on a hiatus. This is not your first rodeo.
Was. Thank you for bringing me out of retirement.
Of course.
Yes, it's been a while, but your girl's outside. Like, I'm back outside real bad.
That's good. You don't need to sign no NDA or anything like that, right?
I hope not. But I think when we do bring our guests on, we should do NDAs just in case. You know, like, we don't want nobody leaving here and talking bad about us. But the goal is for us not to do any negative type of vibe.
Okay, that's really good. So how was your day today?
Today was amazing. Today was hot, y'all. Hot. And
it's always hot.
I borrowed my mother's car and her AC compressor went out on me. Right? Isn't that crazy?
It is
crazy. Imagine being in Miami, hot weather, traffic.
No AC. That's torture.
No AC.
No, that's never good.
Oh, I just got your joke.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I knew. I'm like, she didn't catch that.
Over my head.
It went over your head. But you know what I meant by the NDA because I don't know if you want to go there.
I don't want to go there.
Okay, so we don't got to go there.
I don't want to go there. I'll sign my own NDA like digitally right now because I don't want to go back there.
Okay, just for the viewers, she had an old podcast. Yes. And so I was being funny with the whole NDA thing because she's back.
And it went over my head.
It went over her head, but.
Yeah. I'm happy to be back.
That's good. I'm happy for you.
For the sound. It's a new sound.
That's really,
and I'm excited about that.
Let me tell you. So with my first podcast, the Anuka Joe Show, it was just more so on me. Now I feel like with this podcast is more geared towards everyone else.
Got it.
Yeah.
So. And your audience is more for women?
Women. Okay. So more for women.
Okay.
And yours?
Amazing. The guys.
The guys.
The guys. I'm here for the guys. Okay. I'm gonna be
girl.
Yes. Guys girl. But I'm here for the guys. Okay. I'm here to answer questions for the guys. I'm here to answer questions of the guys. Because everyone always want to put the guys down, but I'm here to make things easier for them.
Where do you feel like you kind of gotten that idea from? Is it because you have a son, or is it just something that you feel like you need to do for men?
It's something that I feel like I need to do for men. I know a lot of people do say, "Oh, it's because you have a son and maybe you're promoting for the guys." No, I think I have amazing brothers, by the way. So I think having the guys back, someone needs to do it.
True.
I'm probably not the first person.
Yeah.
But I'm the person for now to.
Yeah, I agree because I feel like women, we have so much empowerment flow, so much communities. We do. We really, really do. And I don't always see that for men.
No.
So
and you don't really see a lot of women standing up for men. It's funny because when I'll have conversation with my sisters or my cousin and we'll talk about guys and I will stop everyone in their conversation, be like, but it's two sides to the story, but you guys always bashing the men. What did you do to get him to that, anger, to get him to that point where, you guys are upset with each other. And I feel like a lot of people it was like the men, and the women never did anything. And a lot of us grew up, majority of us grew up with the whole single dad not being home. Or some of us did grow up with our dad being home to a certain extent, like to 14, 15, 16.
Right.
Some of us grew up where the parents was already divorced and still stayed at the house.
Yeah.
But now when you go back and if you ever decide to interview your mom, which one day I always thought about doing, I questioned my mom a couple of times. And
she's gonna lie.
No, when you hear the story, the first time I tried to question my mom, the first thing she said was, if certain stories, if I tell you guys, y'all will never even believe these stories.
My gosh.
She told me stories about a guy she was dating where she slept in a car with him.
Oh, wow.
And I'm looking at her like, what? So it's like so many these stories, when you hear them, then when you start thinking about your life, right, you start thinking like, yo, my mom always knew my dad was not that guy.
Right.
Or my mom always knew like, she knew what time it was with him, but she continued to pursue him. Because we do pursue these guys. They look like they're pursuing us because they're always calling us, but we pursue them too, knowing like, yeah,
that they ain't it.
And then we conceive, and now we don't know how to tell these
We
kids.
gain strength with the kid.
That's true. So I always tell my sisters like, oh, stop acting like y'all didn't know what y'all kid's father was about before you guys have
That's
these
true.
kids.
No, it's true, because you do. Like, even in my situation, I knew exactly what he was about, who he was. I mean, I even had a dream about who he was, and I still continued.
Yeah.
Talk about heart, head, like.
Because I'm noticing too, maybe it's me, a lot of men stop dressing. The women, they been stop dressing. They stop dressing.
You are so funny.
You have to help them. You have to help them. We're going to have a fashion time here. You know, send us all your merch and whatever it is so we can, you know, promote as well. But I noticed that the men are not dressing anymore. And I always tell people, you know, the guys' dress code declined because of the women.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay.
Because I remember when I first met this guy and my sister cracked the joke on me. And she's like, is he wearing a full Dickie set? But, you know, Dickies was out around that time.
Dickie, that's old.
And I just thought about Dickie. Even though Dickie was a work outfit, it still gave jail vibes.
It is a jail vibe.
It is a jail vibe.
It is.
So I remember sitting there and my young 20 self was like, I could fix that. Like, a dress code wasn't nothing to me. I was like,
wait. So you always felt like you could fix a man?
Not fix a man, but I'm going to be honest. The external part of him, like far as dress code, I can fix that.
Okay, the external part.
External part.
Yeah, but the internal,
no.
Been there, done that,
We'll leave that to God.
Yeah, that's only to God.
Yeah.
And
but
him.
Far as his dress code,
right.
Yeah, I can fix that. The way you fix it is you.
Oh, by upgrading yourself.
Exactly. Or already, sorry, I don't upgrade. I've been upgraded. I don't know where she get that upgrade yourself. Okay. I always been that girl. But anywho, that's how you do it. So let's say you go to the movies. Okay. And in your mind, you like, I'm going to Aventura. I just want to wear something comfortable. No. You bust out in some heels. You bust out in like as if you're going out partying. And he looks at you like, we just going to the movies. You're like, I know. And then it starts.
That's how you upgrade him?
Yeah. So you'll notice your next day, he looks better. And you dumb down yourself a little.
Yo, this is what's so real. This is what's so real, okay?
I'm giving you game. You better catch it.
That's so funny.
So your next day, depending on his dress code, because some men, they dress. But lately, a lot of them have not been dressing up. And I think we need to get back to that. We need to get back to the, what, is it every week, 2 weeks haircuts? Re-up on your white beaters or your white T-shirts. I don't know. We'll have a guy on the show one day.
And ask him.
And he'll tell us.
Okay. What about your podcast name? We Are Not the Same. I want you to really elaborate on that. Like, where did that come from?
Oh, Lord. We Are Not the Same originated from, like, everyone always comparing things.
Okay.
It was always a comparison. And it was like a week that I heard, like, a pastor said it. A football player said it. Like, a lot of people were saying, like, we are not the same. And I would be responding to the TV or the YouTube show that I'm watching. I'm like, thank you. That's how I feel. And I sat there one day and I was like, oh, snap. First, I thought about putting it on a merch, which I did. I'll be dropping that link soon. So it's a merch that say We Are Not the Same. And then I was like, wait a minute. That should be my podcast name.
Yeah.
We Are Not the Same.
That's a good name.
And yeah, that's where it came from. It came from you telling me a story. And I'm like, well, our story's not the same. And I used to always tell people that. I'm like, well, that's not my story. You probably bought a house at 22. I might buy it at 32.
Right.
We are not the same. Can we go through similar situations?
Yeah.
And, you know, but we are not the same. And I think people sit and compare themselves so much to other people that they lose themselves.
Yeah,
so
it's true.
Every time I remind myself that I'm not like everyone else, that's where We Are Not the Same originated. And do you remember that bracelet? That used to say WWJD.
What would Jesus do? The devil just won't win. Yeah.
So it's like that what would Jesus do moment too.
Right.
It's like, yeah, what would do? We are not the same. So that's how that name came up. But what about you with
Grow Girl? Honestly, I was in service one day in church, and I was going through something, and I just remember I wasn't thinking about anything, and it just boop popped up in my head. Grow Girl. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I didn't think that it was a podcast. It was like a word for me and also like a community thing.
Got it.
Right?
Yes.
And so, you get a seed when it's in the ground. It has to sprout. It has to germinate and just grow in the dark.
Yeah.
And so when I think about that, it just reminds me of me in my life because I'm pushing through a lot. And even though I don't look like what I've been through, I push through a lot. Yeah. So it's like, girl, like keep going.
Who watered that for you, like to have everything flourish to where you at now?
Honestly, I would 100% God.
Yes.
For sure. Because he knows everything.
Yes, he does.
And he is the author and finisher of my faith, right?
Don't get me started.
Just me encouraging myself and then being around people who believe in me. Like, people believe in me more than I believe in myself.
Wow.
Like, oh yeah, you're going to make it.
Today, I believed in you.
Yeah. Exactly. And so
I was like, Enuka's perfect for this.
Oh, thank you. But you see what I'm saying? People believe in me before I could believe in myself in certain areas. And so that motivates me. And knowing that God is rooting for me as well. So it's like, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. I love it.
I'm happy I'm part of being one of those people that help you put that sun on that flower to grow.
Yeah.
Because I have seen you come a long way. And not a long way, but a way where you respect yourself.
Yeah.
You're an amazing mom.
Thank you.
And I'm here to help you with anything that you need with that. The way you're just going with this flow.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Putting yourself first.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey.
It's definitely been a journey. So where are you, like, in this space, in this time? Like,
from what I've been hearing, I'm outside. So I'm outside.
She outside.
I'm outside. So I done came from that dark space, that dark ground, and I think I'm in my flourishing season. So this is amazing to be with you.
Right.
And I'm growing. So
grow, girl.
Hey. And we are not the same as basically where I want to be able to pour into your life too.
Okay.
To know that even with this podcast that we're doing, we are not like other podcasts. Because I remember when we first spoke, we're like, oh my gosh, should we go watch other podcasts and see what they're doing? I was like, no.
We are not the same.
We are not the same.
Period.
We can learn, but I don't want to feel like, oh my God, we should do this. We should do that. We should do this. We should do that. If it flows, it flows.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at. I'm flourishing. And
I'm
enjoying this summer of flourishing.
Yeah, this summer.
I just celebrated 20 years of class reunion. That was fun.
Ooh.
That was amazing. So it just showed me like I'm here. I'm alive.
Yeah, amen.
I get to be present. Mm-hmm. I am at a place too. I don't really use my phone like that, recording everything now. Mm-hmm. I'm like in the moment. I'm like, okay, go ahead, Enuka, send me that picture.
Because I will.
And it's not because I don't have space on my phone. It's like I want to be in the moment. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah, what I'm learning, like with life, grow and just going with the flow of things. And like you said, comparing yourself to people is the wrong thing for you to do because, yeah, they might have their house at 25 and you at 35, but that's just the process that you went through.
Exactly.
And just accepting that and being patient, and making sure that you're exemplifying like fruit,
Sure. When I think about We Are Not the Same, it brings me back to my childhood too, because I just remember not being the same. I remember being with a group of girls growing up, or just friends and family, we'll say that. And I just remember always being different. And it wasn't that I knew I was different. They would tell me like, we're just different. We're just there. But I legit used to sit back and be like, no, I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really, like, we are not the same.
I felt that way too.
And I had this thing where I would tell someone, if you give 5 of the girls a pair of Jordans or whatever, or
Uh-huh.
sneakers, we all would dress different. And that was another thing about the girls I hung out with too. Everyone was different though.
Yeah.
So we understood that we are not the same a long time ago. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
I get that. I always used to feel like I was different as well. Like I didn't fit in.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why I would feel that awkwardness. Like, man, I don't fit in, or I'm not too ghetto, or
Yeah.
I'm growing up in Miami, I'm Haitian, and all of that. So
and we don't, that would be a
Yeah.
whole other topic about skin color and
Girl.
being light skin and dark
skin
skin
and
yellow and green and blue.
exactly. So just really learning, and I'm still learning to, love myself and grow in myself. I'm definitely, I would say, at a better place. Why I say that is because there was a time in my life where, like, even right now,
Yes.
right? I feel like this journey where I'm at, honestly, I can say that I'm healing,
That's good.
I'm healing, I'm growing. But there was a time where I couldn't say that I was healing because I felt like I was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm good. Now I'm at a place where I'm healing, which is a
Okay.
better place than me saying, oh, no, I'm good, when I
And
was
we-
really just suppressing
If
everything.
we was to open up that topic, how do healing look like? Because it's different.
Girl, healing is different. And what it is I believe that we're not perfect beings, right?
No.
I don't think that we're never going to reach to a place of wholeheartedly being healed until we meet Jesus. That's how I feel.
Really?
I feel that way because there's always going to be something. You're going to grow. For example, something may trigger me now, and then I'm healed from it. I don't get triggered anymore. But then there's always going to be something else. Like you're always just climbing that ladder of being healed,
So for me, with healing, I'm healed.
Okay.
And I say that like with so much confidence.
That's
and you're
good.
right. Because, before you like, I'm okay. I'm going to get over it. But when I say I'm healed, like, not that, oh, nothing bothers me, nothing does, but it's like, I'm so chill right now.
Yeah.
I'm so chill that I'm like, yo, I'm healed.
That's good.
ED healed. And it's not, you think about, oh, as time go and you're going to meet this person, meet that person, you're going to go through stuff. I'm already pre-gaming. Good pre-gaming though. I say that to say, like, it's things now in my life that my yes is yes and my no's are no's. Because those are the things that got me in a place to be hurt and have to heal.
Exactly.
Because I'm at a place too where people are going through things around me. Because I'm healed, I'm able to stand with them better.
That's good.
Because before, someone was going through something, you going through your own thing, you didn't know how to be that person to
How to
be
handle
there for
it.
them. But when you take time out to
Mhm.
heal,
It's really, really, really
you
good.
reflect it better.
Yeah, I think so. And so that's where I'm at. I'm just at a place where, okay, I'm healing in this area because you can be whole in one area
True.
and not whole in another area.
True.
So it's like a constant growth. You get what I'm
Sure.
saying?
And what's the name of your podcast?
Grow Girl Podcast. Constant growth
Yes.
and healing until you reach to that better part of you.
Yes.
Because there's always a better version. But when you get to that better version, there's another better version and
Tell me
another
about
better
it.
version. So that's
And
what I mean by the whole
That's why
healing thing.
I tell
It's
people,
a journey.
don't tell your kids, or even me, don't tell adults to act their age. I tell them, learn your age. Like turning 38 this year, I had to learn my age.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not acting my age because, I don't know how to be 38, but I'm learning how to be 38. I'm learning how to be open to things at 38. I'm learning, do you want another year, another 10 years
Yeah.
of not wanting to grow,
Yeah.
of learning your age? Because you could be 38 and still have a 27-year-old mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So I step into my age. I step into learning, once again, how to be my age, to be in a place, to be mature
That's
in
good.
that area of my life.
Yeah.
Can I be with my nieces and nephews and act up?
And have fun?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
do that. But they respect me because I'm learning my age. I know my age group.
That's
If that
good.
makes sense.
No, that makes sense. I feel like I'm learning whatever my age.
You already know we're here to give each other games.
Yes.
Okay? And all our viewers, we're here to give you guys games. So please take notes.
Take notes.
As we flow.
Yeah, we're just flowing.
So we're just saying, as you learn your age.
Learning my age, because I don't even recognize myself as my age.
True.
I'm not even paying attention to that. I used to in my 20s.
That's the grace.
Right. Once I hit my 30s, it's just like, how old am I again?
Yeah.
Right.
It was a point I think I was 35 for 3 years.
Uh,
I was like 35 and I'm like, oh, I'm 37.
It's a shock.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I'm 37.
Yeah.
But it was like for like 3 years, I was 35.
You were in denial.
It just used to come out though. I was
Right.
like 35 and they're like, and I'll sit back and I'm like, oh snap.
Right.
I'm 37.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's Jehovah's Witness. And I don't know if you know the background.
I do.
They don't really celebrate birthdays.
They don't.
So we're about to buy this cake.
For her?
Yeah, and we're
Oh,
all
no.
like, yo, how old is she?
Ooh.
You know, so we're like, oh, check on this or call one of her kids or, you know, just check. I kid you not, we were celebrating the wrong birthday. She's like, I think I'm, and we're looking at her like, how old are you?
Why you did that to her? Why she do it to herself?
Listen, once again, a whole nother topic about religion. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
Big or small.
Right.
I'm going to celebrate.
I agree. I'm a big birthday person. And I have a really close friend of mine. She's not.
Do you know the struggle to get here? Like, if that's really a real scene with the sperm. If that's really a real scene.
It is.
It's a struggle to get to that womb. One. Then your mother got to carry you too, right?
Right.
And then you gotta come into this earth.
Yeah.
It's a celebration.
It's a big bang.
You never go through that where you sit back, you be like, yo.
Honestly, yeah, it's a big deal for me. As a child, my mother, she didn't too much care for birthdays. I care. So I'll be like, can we go to Winn-Dixie and get me a cake?
Yeah.
I'll force her to get me a cake and I'll do my own little birthday party. So it was always a big deal for me to celebrate. Yeah. So now, you know, me as an adult, I'm like, I'm going to celebrate. So it's a huge deal for me.
And once again, we are not the same. My mother celebrated all our birthdays.
She did.
And it was the old school, which I love. It was a cake. And I remember Subway. And I remember Dunkin' Donuts.
That's what she brought y'all?
Yeah, it was our cake, Subway, Dunkin' Donuts, and all our childhood outside friends will come, and we will celebrate.
Hold on.
And
your mama Haitian?
My mother is
And
Haitian.
she brought the Dunkin' Donuts and the Subway?
Yes.
I'm confused.
My mother was very Americanized, and I say she was. Probably because of her coworkers.
Okay.
But my mother is very Americanized. So, yeah, we had real parties. That everyone had their own party.
That's good.
Yeah, so we always celebrate. So as we got older, we started celebrating her birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess that's why. But I'm a big birthday person. I'm such a big birthday person that if we're going out and a friend start, oh, let me see what I'm gonna do for my birthday, I'm like, it's not your day. Everybody know.
Ooh.
It's not your day. I also have a t-shirt that say that. It's not your day. It's not your day. It's Inuka Day, and we're celebrating Inuka.
Right.
And then your best friend that doesn't know me will be like, ugh, I don't like her. But by the end of the day, she's like, I'm vibing wood. I'm like, I already know. Because it's still not your day. And then I'm going to tell you about that friend. Keep an eye on her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm that
That's
person.
hilarious.
But I love birthdays. I enjoy celebrating birthdays. I dated a guy that claimed I was the first person to buy him a cake. To this day, I don't know how true that is. But I was like, oh, it's an honor. Anyways.
Did he like the cake?
I mean, Publix was the only cake around before everyone started really baking and...
Winn-Dixie.
Inuka?
That's the cakes I remember growing up.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Because we had real...
Listen, Winn-Dixie is a real place with a real cake.
But you know, cakes started off where your mom used to bake the cakes. I don't remember my mom baking.
I don't remember my mom baking any cake.
Yeah, I don't remember my mom baking. But Publix was around. I want to say Publix was around.
I don't remember Publix growing up. I remember Winn-Dixie and Save-A-Lot.
Oh, my God. You know what? I'm going to ask my mom. I'm going to ask her where she used to get her cake from. It could have been Winn-Dixie, now that you're
BJ's. Yeah, it's been too long. I'm a 90s baby.
Oh, Jesus. It's not that.
It's not that.
It is not. No. The only thing you didn't even miss Kmart. You was around with Kmart.
I remember Kmart.
Okay.
That was my shop.
But now that you're mentioning that, I want to know where my mom got the cakes from.
Ask of the day.
But yeah, as I got older, I fell in love with, like, I call it Spanish cake, but it's the dulce leche cake or whatever. Yeah, the one with the milk, like, soaked it. No?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm excited that we're here.
Yes,
Because
so
I'm
am
going to be
I.
introducing you to new things. So
Okay,
you're gonna
what
get to
type of
try
new
that.
things?
And we're definitely going to celebrate Inuka birthday.
I love
But
birthdays.
in the meantime, once again, what's the name of your podcast again?
Grow Girl Podcast.
Yes, and we are not the same. We are in the building. We are here to stay. And we are here to make memories.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
You have anything to say more?
I wanted to talk about you being Haitian in Miami.
First of all, growing up, if no one knew our name, they didn't know we was Haitian.
True.
Yeah. As soon as we say our names, that's when people thought, oh, y'all Haitian.
Yeah,
But
you're Haitian.
growing up, the way my mom, the way she dressed us, you would never know it was Haitian. And we was actually raised around a lot of Americans. So, I mean, people say I have an accent, but it is what it is. I'm cultured in, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm from, my family's from the island. But growing up, you would have thought we were Americans. And but the funny thing is, we always knew we were Haitians. We never not tell people we wasn't Haitian, but they would just assume
that you're American.
Yeah, and we got along very well. We used to live at Cloverleaf. You remember? Do you guys know Cloverleaf?
Cloverleaf?
On 440. Well, I'm not gonna say it on the podcast, but we lived in a complex called Cloverleaf Apartment where it was pure
Americans.
Okay, well, we call them yayas. Pure American yayas.
Oh gosh.
Don't cancel me, please.
Yayas.
But we call them yayas. Anyways, we grew up just really with a lot of Americans, and they embraced us. You know, my mom always been a great cook. You know,
Yeah.
And we didn't get to eat at people's house, so that wasn't gonna work. So, being Haitian in Miami, once again, we grew up as if we were Americans.
Oh wow.
So we got to North Miami Beach. A&B is what really opened up our Haitian culture. But when we lived over there and went to W.J. Bryant and all these other schools, everyone thought we were Americans. And my mom, they didn't know she was Haitian. She speaks fluent English. Now she act like she don't speak English, but she always spoke fluent English when she go to the schools, at all our
events and stuff.
And parties. And my birthday is June 11th. So I had a party every year because I was the end of the year kid.
Okay, your mama was Americanized for real.
Very Americanized.
Not mine.
No,
my
even
mom.
our dress code, we always had the latest.
Listen, I went to elementary school, with ribbons in my hair. Okay, a long skirt.
and you, oh Jesus,
yeah.
You know where me and my sisters at the flea market, getting our hair pressed or getting our hair gelled up with that curly hair or that. What was it? The microwave ponytail.
Oh, wow.
So we always had our hair done.
I mean, I had an older sister who braided, so she would braid my hair, do my hair. I had cousins who would do my hair and stuff like that. But in elementary, my mom did my hair a lot with the barrettes and the ribbons. And in middle school, that's when my mom ain't touched my hair no more.
Got it.
I was doing my hair. My cousin was doing my hair. My sister. Until high school, I was doing my own hair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, ours started when my mom started traveling more. And my dad used to pick our hair up. And I remember one day I was like, one of us have to learn how to do hair. And it was me. So I started doing my hair, my sister's hair. And then he would still take us during the weekend to go get our hair done. But if our hair wasn't done, like going into school that weekday or whatever, he would do something to our hair. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. But we didn't understand where my mom, she was traveling more.
Okay.
So
I mean,
that's when the switch kind of happened too.
That's good. I mean, for me, growing up in Miami, we were first in Little Haiti.
Okay.
My mom was a single mom, and she had 7 kids.
Nice.
4 boys, 3 girls, and we were practically raising ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot.
We came from north. So we came down to Miami from Palm Beach.
Oh, okay.
So going to Little Haiti was a field trip for us.
Oh, not a field trip.
A field trip. It was like, we want to go to that
trip.
blue house. The lady that lived in the blue house. That's how we used to be.
Oh my gosh.
And then we'll get there and we're all clean and pretty. By the time we leave, nah, it wasn't like that. Sometimes I think about my childhood and I'm like, yo, I really had a good childhood.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's really good to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't say the same.
I know.
Listen, I got my hair. You know, my first time getting my hair perm was by a crackhead.
Does that make
The crackhead permed my hair.
I'm so sorry.
Literally.
The fact that you said a crackhead.
No, but she really was. All jokes aside.
And they're so against perms right now, and they call it the crack. That's what I'm like.
That's why you're laughing so hard.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yes. My brother was supposed to be watching me. I was probably about like 4 years old. And she was high. And she just came to me. She said, Nuka, you want to get your hair perm? And I'm like, okay, 4 years old. Ask me. Then permed my hair outside with the water hose. My mom was livid.
Did it damage your hair?
Yeah, it damaged my hair. They tried to wash it out. My brother ran away because he was going to get beaten for not watching me. And they was like, why would you perm her hair? And she was like, well, I asked her.
Real bad.
Real bad.
And this was in Little Haiti?
Little Haiti.
Little Haiti has some yayas too.
Oh, so many.
Hopefully our family will be okay with the deep stories or the not too deep. Okay, we won't, because I don't really have no real deep secrets like that, but enough to just tell someone we are not the same and we're going
funny stories.
A flourishing time of our life as well.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a funny story to tell that I got my hair permed by a crackhead.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's what they call it now. They
call perm crack?
Yes,
because it's white.
No, because it's so harmful to our hair.
Oh, I never heard that. The whole crack term.
We'll look it up. I'll show it to you.
Oh, wow. Okay. But yeah, so that's that. You know, growing up in Miami, it was a lot. It was an experience. And then we did move up to North Miami and stuff like that.
Welcome. Because, you know, when you live in Little Haiti, you start coming up to North Miami, you don't know how to act. It's so funny because I have friends that moved from Little Haiti to NB, and they will catch the jitney every day.
Just to go
back to Little Haiti.
To go back.
And we used to skip to go to Little Haiti. We were like, what is so good about Little Haiti? And we'll skip and we'll just go get food, and then we'll catch a jitney back to NB.
Oh, wow.
It's hard for Little Haiti kids to come to the suburbs.
Said Little Haiti kids. What was the suburbs? North Miami was not the suburbs.
North Miami Beach. We're like the suburbs of, we're the middle.
Okay, you guys are next to Aventura, I guess
so welcome to North Miami Beach. North Miami, it was like, y'all tapped in. Like, oh my God, we got out of Little Haiti.
Honestly, you're not lying. When you got to North Miami, you tapped in. You like, I left Little Haiti. Now I'm in North Miami.
Yes. And then once again, we're like, what? 5 minutes away from N&B, and it felt like a totally different place.
True.
To this day.
Yeah.
To this day. I respect them though. A lot of them purchased their homes.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you could go back to your parents' home that live in North Miami Beach.
Oh, yeah. North Miami Beach is a nice area.
My mom's house, it was a 5-bedroom home.
I remember you were telling me that.
Yeah. Big house.
I know.
And we didn't even notice how big it was till we grew up. It was like, yo, we lived in a big house.
That's good.
And we all lived in houses too. That was another thing. So growing up and wanting to live in an apartment was new to me. Because we always lived in a house. So me going to apartments, like, I'm grown. And girl, please. I was like, I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
So, welcome to North Miami Beach, the suburbs of the Haitians.
Well, I think we are.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Our first day.
I
think we did great.
I think so too. I feel like we were just kind of like getting things, moving and really flowing and stuff like that.
And welcome.
Yeah.
After our producer almost choked. But
almost
it's okay.
choked, y'all.
Once again, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for joining me today.
I know.
Us having each other. So that's really, really, really good.
Be a great ride.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Inuka, and you were watching Grow Girl Podcast.
Once again, it's your girl, Wood. Welcome to We Are Not the Same podcast.